Some people call the locust.
Maybe the teacher can take it back. Noah, Isabella, Joseph.
Ashley.
We reach out to the schools. We have various programs.
Slug Body and Hannah.
Anywhere from 3-year-olds to the upper end of 5th grade, 10, 11, 12-year-olds.
Take a few steps in this direction.
We have children that come from East Boston, Brighton, Dorchester. As long as the teacher is invested, we'll send a bus to pick them up.
What do you feel on your skin right now, Selena? Both. Yeah, sun and wind.
Many of them are urban students. They live and breathe in the city. They don't often get out into the forest. And if it's a school that's never been to the Arboretum before, then this could be very well the very first experience they have going into a forest.
Turn your bodies and look that direction. That is where we're going to go. Is that place seem different or the same as where we are right now?
When we're out in the meadow, the open space, they feel safe, they feel comfortable. This is open, this is sunny, this is beautiful. Then we turn around and I say, look up there. What are those trees? Those are the hemlocks. We're going in there. We're going in there? Oh, what do you think it's going to be like? Oh, it's dark, it's foreboding, it's scary. I don't know. Do I have to touch anything? There's all these anxieties around it. So we cross the road, and we basically, I always start with them saying, we're going to enter in silence. We're going to use all of our senses to really experience this place. Somehow the silence becomes welcomed. It's just a beautiful place to be. We hear kids say all the time, I wish I could live here. This is like a fairyland.
I want you to go around the circle and I want you to share one observation. How does this place either make you feel, or what did you notice as we were walking?
I noticed that there were, over there wasn't much trees, but now you have a lot more trees and the smell gets a lot stronger than it is over there.
One kid said, do you mean you want me to lay down with my new pants on the dirt? So that tells me a lot about children's experience and wonder, and frankly, introduction to nature. A lot of these kids have never been in the woods before.
Do you not recognize this?
It looks like a weed.
Look up, 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 up.
What?
And look up that tree right there.
Oh, that's big.
That's very big. Do you recognize that one?
No.
It's a pine tree.
I don't look at trees.
This is a little pine sapling.
Recognizing that children still might be anxious around the animals, we start with plants. Plants are charismatic, they're simple, they don't run away from you, you can touch them. Feel the leaf with your fingers.
In a way, it kind of feels like fabric.
Use your hand and see if you can identify why it feels like fabric. Are there little hairs growing on it? Maybe from the side? Do you see any evidence that would help to explain the texture?
Yeah, there's little tiny hair for them.
There's something in that white thing.
Do you see it?
Use
Yeah.
mine.
Like the tiny,
Like it's
really
on-
tiny hair.
Make sure you put your name at the top on the producer side. Way or closer. Feel free to add labels to describe some of the textures or colors.
They are encouraged to touch, to smell, to measure, to look closely. We go out, they all have hand lenses, we have bug boxes, we collect stuff. We never quite know what's going to happen next.
Okay. The teeniest salamander ever. Teeny, 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 tiny. Oh my God. Where are the eyes in relationship to its head?
On the sides, it's like sticking out on the sides, like where a goat's horns would be, almost.
Okay. What about its body?
It's like spotted almost. It's very thin.
When you see the child's face, when you see their enthusiasm, the questions they're asking, the real life field work that they're doing in the field, learning about science, it's very real and it enhances everything that's being done in the classroom.
There's eyeballs and legs on this one.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. Yes.
He's got many
Oh, it's
legs.
moving.
To help us become even stronger observers, this is a digital scope, a field microscope.
Oh my gosh.
See its head?
That.
Part of our question is, are we looking at a centipede or a millipede? And there's a way for you to decide for yourself. So how many legs in each segment? Are you noticing one pair or two pair?
No, I think there's two here.
There's 2 legs per segment. Says it's a millipede.
And then we come together to create a chart. It's really a form of data gathering. These were the organisms that were present today.
The larva
You got it.
is a consumer. Where did we find it? Where did we see the chipmunks? On the ground or on the leaves?
By laying it out on the chart like that and having the different levels of it, they can sort of almost visualize this three-dimensional space as data.
Do we find consumers in all levels of an ecosystem?
Yeah.
But what you're noticing is that many, many more of them seem to be on the ground level, and there's fewer ones on the leaves or the tree level, so that the height makes a difference in terms of where you find these consumers.
The learning is very meaningful because they have an experience that they'll remember. They'll remember the feeling of being at the Arboretum, the joy of discovering and that wonder and that curiosity that hopefully is sparked so that they'll go and say, wow, maybe being scientists is really something I could do.
Earlier you were saying that when you looked at Hemlock Hill it was dark and spooky. Does it still feel spooky to you?
Yes.
A little? Or does it look like a place of...
The house gets less spooky once you go inside of it.
So is that what happened with Hemlock Hill
Yeah.
to you? So it became known. When something is known, it's not scary
It's not that
anymore.
spooky.